if eggs appear, if the price of eggs begin to drop, then you know that it's working. And sure enough, eggs did appear, and then the price began to drop. Now that's 50 years apart, on two different continents, with two completely different cultures. And the price of stuff that was not available appears, and the price drops in a matter literally of hours and days. Now, to say that the free market works, but only in the long run, and in the short run we have to do something more practical, is exposing yourself as a complete ignoramus, clueless, no knowledge about the history of markets and the facts of the facts on the ground. Now, that's fascinating enough. Those were just from the last 60, 70 years of our history. More fascinating stuff can be learned by going back into the 1800s. Now, I don't think we need to do that. I've got a whole series called Capitalism, 63 videos or whatever, and I spend 2/3 of that series on the 1800s and the economy of the 1800s, personalities in the 1800s. Free markets work. Government controls don't. That's because the free market also doesn't really work. It's got tragedy throughout. It's got people losing their money and starting over and borrowing, and banks losing on huge deals. So the free market doesn't work because it's magical. The free market works because it's like 1,000 governments going about their thing, and the other governments can't interfere with it. They get to do what they want with their part of the economy because they're not really a government. They're just a business entity. And they are able to experiment, and other people who do things wrong can come and work for them or can imitate them in some way. Come on. Oh, don't you love nature? Oh, humbug. That's why the free market works, because it's allowed to have 70 or 90% of the people try whatever they want and fail, and the remaining 10% are allowed to go forward with their business and benefit everybody else and benefit from everybody else's being a customer. So, just your mind, just to keep it fresh in your mind, how stupid Thunderfoot is when it comes to this. The free market works in the long run, but we're all dead in the long run. The free market works in hours. In days, it can lower the price and bring goods back on the market that had been not seen since before the war. So, if you want to argue with Thunderfoot, he's an atheist. That might give him, you know, he's got a streak of rationality in there somewhere. But just remember that Azrianov is an atheist. And that might give you a clue that atheists aren't necessarily reasonable people. They just happen somehow to have gotten themselves onto a reasonable point of view on one particular issue, namely religion. Other than that, though, good luck associating with atheists, because it's not a positive belief, it's a negative belief. You can't get together on a negative belief and say, we all don't believe in God. You can get together and say religion is evil, but you better have a lot of stuff in your pocket if you're going to do that. Let's leave it at that, I think. Help Thunderfoot if you can. If not, let's all just laugh at him.